Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Shalon Lockard. I'm Self-Love Queen, Passionista, and Emotional Energy Alchemist, and I'm here to help you navigate the energy and your self-love journey. So we're going to pull some Oracle cards today and see what messages are coming through. I'm using the Rose Oracle card deck again today. And let's begin. See what messages are coming through for today. All right. So the first card is the Sun. Joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, play. This is very like yellow is solar plexus energy. So tapping into your confidence and really just having fun and enjoying the journey, basically, you know, finding balance. And as opposed to it being like all work and no play, we need to bring play into our everyday life and really just to enjoy and savor those moments. So let's see. It says, in summer, when the sun's at its highest path in the sky, the rose is at its fullest. Her fragrance is sweet, and the fruit is still to come. In this oracle, the sun represents life force, energy, vitality, confidence, success, positivity, delight, and the sheer joy of life. After it's left the fertile darkness of the soil, the future rose begins reaching towards the light of the sun, which then plays its part in nourishing the rose as it reaches for its potential bloom. And it does this for us too. One of life's greatest blessings is to feel the warmth of the sun on our face, to drink in the gold nectar of what life has for us, and to take a moment to bask in being alive. This is your invitation, okay? To be grateful and enjoy every day, okay? And we do that by staying present in the moment, okay? It says this is your invitation to relish your aliveness, okay? To be grateful that you're here at this point in time, all right? To embrace your joyfulness, all right? Finding joy in the little things every day. To enjoy the simple things in life, to make time for play, to be grateful for your body, to acknowledge the wondrous life force energy that's woven through all of life, okay? To remember that your soul had a dream and your life is it, okay? Your life right now, your soul had this dream. The fact that you're here is such a blessing, all right? This is a wondrous card that heralds a time of playfulness, enjoyment, and bliss. Okay, it's summer. We want to get outside. We want to play. We want to have fun. We want to just revel and enjoy all of it. Okay. The sun can also represent the inner child and be an invitation to have some fun, okay? We've been doing lots of inner child healing right now, and the best way to do that is to listen to your inner child and what she is calling for you, okay? She, he, whatever. I tend to work mostly with women, so that's why I will usually reference she, but yeah, so tap into that inner child and what they are calling out to for you. Okay, what are some of the things that you loved doing as a child? All right, tap into that. Have you been all work and no play lately? All right, finding that balance. Is your inner child longing to run free? What can you do to enjoy the simple things in life? When we allow ourselves the space to play, problems that were once unsolved find solutions. So it says, how can you enjoy your life more and what can you do just for fun? Okay? No other reason but to have fun. All right? And maybe make that a daily intention to find ways to make things fun as well, right? Like, you remember, I'm just thinking about this when, I don't know if you have kids or not, but when my girls were little, we made a game out of everything, right? Whether it be like doing the dishes or vacuuming or whatever it is, okay? Try and make it fun and enjoyable, and not that it's another chore to do on your list, all right? So the next card we have is the Great Mother. Surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. So to me, this is more inner child healing, okay? But trusting and nurturing and mothering yourself and knowing that you are held and supported, okay? Let's see. The Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life on earth can be, that at times being human can be painful, lonely, and confusing. That the polarity and separation can be difficult when your soul remembers the oneness of Source, but at the same time, it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. We often see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that everything's okay. And when things don't work out, then perhaps we've done something wrong or have something to fix. Okay? We've forgotten that life on earth isn't like that. Polarity at the core of the earth, polarity is at the core of the earth experience. And it's through the polar extremes that we grow the most. Okay? How would we know joy if we didn't know sadness? Okay. How would we know, to be happy if we didn't know, I was going to say sadness again, but like, pain or grief, or like there's to have that duality, right? We're not meant to avoid the night, the shadow, and the winter. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. Remember, we are here having this experience, all right? Hand over your worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, and doubts to the Great Mother, okay? Lay them on her altar. Just give it to her. Surrender to the mystery woven through it all. Trust that there is a reason that whatever is happening is happening. Okay? And that if there is this sadness and fear and sorrows and hurt now, that on the other side of that is joy and love and fun and happiness. And we can do that by tapping into our inner child, right? So remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent, okay? These are the moments where the greatest growth happens, the biggest lessons. When we can surrender to that, okay? Then we can grow and evolve and expand. That unrestrained joy is closer to grief than we think. And perhaps the more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more you can say, I have truly lived. So the Rose Transmission, if you want to place your hand on your chest and breathe this into your heart. I am ready to embrace the extremes of my life. I lay all that I am carrying onto the altar and fall into the Great Mother's arms. So when you're feeling alone, know that you truly are not. And when things feel too heavy to carry, that you can just give it to the Great Mother or whomever you believe in. Okay, so the next card is Open. Say yes, expand through the extremes, trust life, okay? This is coming back to the hurt, the sorrows, the fears, the grief, all of that, okay? Remain open. It's so easy for us to want to close down, close off, put up the walls, put up the barriers to protect ourselves and our hearts, right? Because we don't actually want to feel that hurt. but it's about remaining open to the growth, to the expansion, to the bloom, right? So it says, I went right to it. This is probably one of the biggest challenges of life, okay? Keeping your heart open through the extremes. No one is immune to the highs and lows of the human experience, okay, right? So this is talking about the duality, from the ecstasy to the agony, the joy to the grief, the love to the loss, all right? We can't bypass the difficult parts of being human if we want to truly experience the bliss. And if you if you close your heart off to the grief, you won't be able to fully experience the joy, right? It's about you experiencing one so that you can have the other. The rose teaches us this season after season, right? Like summer turns into fall and winter and spring again, right? She knows that if she doesn't surrender to each of the seasons, come summer, she won't be able to bloom. Birth teaches us this too, right? We have to go through the death. We have to release and surrender and let go of all the things that are no longer serving us in order to have this birth process, all right? To make space for all those new things to come in, okay? The safer the mother feels, the more she can open, okay? So how do you feel safe? By nurturing your inner child, right? By doing the inner healing, by letting her know that she is safe and you've got her and she is protected, okay? Living and dying with your heart open is truly a courageous act, as a life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as well as great love, triumphs, and adventures. When we're going through difficult times, when we most want to separate, the healing is often found in connection, not separation, okay? Lots of times when we're going through these trials and tribulations or whatever, that these lessons, right? We just want to close off. We want to disconnect from the world. We may turn to substances, old bad habits that we find comfort in that are actually hindering us and not helping us in our growth process. Okay, and it's about coming back to connection, and that means connection to self, right? And tapping into your heart and trying to reconnect and discover what it is that you're needing. And we do that through our inner child, right? What is she needing? Is she needing love? Is she needing compassion? Is she needing kindness? We are so hard on ourselves. We would never be like that towards anybody else, but we are that way towards ourselves, okay? So it's about giving that ourselves what we are needing in that moment. Okay, coming back to self and reconnecting. When we close our heart and shut down because the pain is too much, right? It can feel like way too much. We often find ourselves more separate than before, all right? So the rose shows us how to open to the world, okay? No matter what the day brings, no matter what, the rose still blooms, right? This card is here to encourage you to say yes to life, okay? Say yes. To expand through the extremes and to put your 2 feet wholly and completely in. So your soul inquiry, these are good journaling prompts, okay? And journaling is a good way to stay open and connected to self, just to free flow journal, okay? And whatever comes out, right? How can you say yes to life? All right, beautiful messages for today. I just trust that whoever needs to hear these, that it is divinely guided. And, you know, if you want any more guidance along your journey, I do soul field oracle card readings. These are like coaching sessions as well as oracle card guidance. We do clearing, and I give you tools and techniques to use along your journey as well. I love building community, and I feel that it's really important for women to come together and support one another. And so I have my group coaching program, Self Love Queen Academy, that is launching again in the fall. So if you're interested in that, I will be posting the links for those in the description below. And other than that, I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day. And remember, you weren't meant to blend in, you were born to shine. Take care.